gives me the cue. It's time to roll. First of all, that was a beautiful long break there. Sometimes we barely get a sip of water in. Okay, so I'm going to have Tavis and Blair and Charlotte explain what Dr. Silverman and Tavis have co-founded. It's called Home to Home Foundation. Take it away.
My name is Blair Foley. I'm the new executive director for the Home to Home Foundation. We are a nonprofit organization dedicated to bring joy, purpose, and fulfillment to nursing home residents through meaningful individual programs and extensive community involvement.
Yeah, hi. My name is Tavis Tindall. I'm one of the co-founders of the Home to Home Foundation, and I'm the vice president. Just briefly a little bit about the organization. We founded this organization, I guess we're going on our 11th year. Dr. Richard Silverman came up with the idea. He is a Waterbury pulmonary specialist in this area, a great doctor with a heart. He went inside. He works in the nursing homes on many occasions, and while in these homes, he saw that while the nursing homes were making their best effort to provide a quality environment for the individuals in the homes, that due to scarce resources, etc., there were a lot of people in the homes who weren't getting regular visitors, weren't getting regular stimulated activities. So he came up with the idea to create this charity. He approached me, and we like to joke that we started it out of like a garage, like a band starting out of a garage. We started it from scratch, and at this point now we have about 35 board members. And we're really, this is a good time, we're really at the point where we want to take everything to the next level. We're in 18 homes across the greater Waterbury area. The greater Waterbury area, for all the listeners out there, has probably one of the largest concentration of skilled nursing homes, and we have a fairly large elderly population. And there's other members in the homes other than just the elderly. There are people that have brain injuries and stuff like that. So briefly, what we're trying to do is we design individual programs to come in and enhance the quality of life for the residents. A lot of intergenerational things. We team up with local schools, civic organizations, church organizations, etc., and we try to bring a regular flow of visitors, both youth and adult volunteers, to come in and interact with the seniors. We do a lot of interesting programs. On Valentine's Day one year, we hired a barbershop quartet to come in and serenade the seniors. We've done things like the senior prom, where we had a local school come in and do a senior prom with the residents of the homes. We're trying to devise activities to reconnect these people to the community from which they came. They lived in the community for a long time. They've been pulled out of that community and put in the home. And we're trying to reconnect them to their community again, giving them meaningful activities and meaningful interaction with their community.
Beautifully put. We have a caller patiently waiting. Michael Regan, how are you?
Yeah, hi. I have a question about the Medicare. I understand Part A, and I understand Part B. Part B, I'd be paying $104 and change a month.
Correct, $104.90. But that's only if you're single and making under $85,000 a year, or if you're married, filing jointly, it's $170,000 per year.
Correct. My question is now Part C, an Advantage plan.
Okay.
If I take out an Advantage plan, do I still pay the $104 and change?
Absolutely. That is one of the caveats, and I hope that I've earned your trust that you're going to call my office. But let me tell you the layman's answer. Okay. What a Medicare Advantage means. In 2003, the Medicare Modernization Act was enacted. They originally called it Medicare Choice. They changed it shortly after that to Medicare Advantage. What an advantage means is that you are agreeing to the terms and conditions of the contract, that you must continue to pay your Part B premium, and that you are agreeing to use the network of doctors. It is not a Medicare supplement versus with a Medicare supplement, you have the right to go to any hospital, any doctor in the country that takes Medicare assignment. With a Medicare Advantage plan, you are agreeing to the terms and the conditions of the contract, which has co-payments to the doctor, co-payments to the specialist, co-payments to the hospital. Along the grid, they range from $250 a day through days 1 through 7, and then $295 for days 1 through 5. So that is understandable. But with an Advantage plan, the reason it's zero monthly premium is because, and there are some PPO Advantage plans, that are higher. One by United Healthcare is $20. There's one with Aetna that's in the 90s. But the concept is the Part B is mandatory for the Advantage plan to work. If you don't pay Part B, you actually automatically disenroll yourself. How young are you?
I'll be 65 August 1st.
August 1st?
I have spoken to you before.
I know exactly who you are.
Yes, you told me to go down. I did, and I'll be eligible July 1st.
Right, because your birth date is the 1st of the month, it goes retro to 7/1.
Correct.
Okay, you better get your homework done. Did you get your red, white, and blue card with A and B on it yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I will see you shortly.
The best time to come see you now is like before July 1st when I'm...
The answer is I work for you. 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. You call the office, put yourself in the book, and I'll make it happen.
You got it.
All right, have a great day. God bless.
Thanks.
All right,
Bye-bye.
back to home. Sorry about that. Anyone has any questions? And also, please let me put out a plug. If you want to get involved in your community and you are healthy and you are finding yourself kind of bored watching General Hospital or TV, and get involved. Home to Home could really use some volunteers. Is that not correct, Charlotte?
Absolutely.
Who they bragged about, by the way, in rehearsal. Volunteer and assistant director. Go ahead.
Yes, I am a volunteer at Home to Home, and I bring a different perspective because I have worked with the elderly for about 30 years. First as I helped with the state ombudsman office investigating complaints, and then I worked as a supervisor of recreation therapy for 26 years. So I do bring a little bit different perspective. And when I was introduced to the Home to Home Foundation, I said, this is something I could really get involved in. It's a wonderful feeling to know that people are doing this because of the goodness in their hearts. And to get involved in something that you're really trying to bring the community back into these residents' lives and bring them back out into the community. Now, Home to Home does that as well. They actually bring residents to different things in the community.
Absolutely.
They brought them to wrestling matches. They brought them to basketball games and baseball games and different things like that. And one of the things that we've talked a lot about is that they're really trying to up the ante. They're really trying to push forward with more activities and really trying to get to those residents that, despite the best efforts of the recreation people in the nursing homes, just are residents that don't really like to go out of their room to go to activities, might be suffering from depression or some dementias or something like that. And we're going to try to really bring forth some types of volunteers and activities that will really reach in there and speak to those residents with low or little social interaction.
I think the other thing to add, what was very near and dear to my heart, we all have grandparents. I had a grandma, I grew up in Colorado, I'm one of 12 kids, and my grandma, wonderful lady, great-grandma actually, was in a nursing home. We lived 5 minutes away. We were so busy in all of our activities that despite having 11 brothers and sisters, it was very difficult for us to get into the homes on a regular basis to see our great-grandma. And that kind of is the problem. This isn't highlighting that families are not taking care of their loved ones in the nursing homes. It's that we all have busy lives, we have jobs, and it's sometimes hard to get in there to see our loved ones in the nursing home. So what we're trying to do is supplement what the families can do, and we're bringing in meaningful members of the community into the home, reconnecting these people. That's why we came up with the name Home to Home. These wonderful population was pulled out of their home and put into a nursing home, and we want to recreate as best we can the home environment that they came from. How do we do that? Reconnecting in the community with meaningful activities. That's how we're doing that. The other thing I wanted to say, I wanted to put a plug out for the mayor of Waterbury, O'Leary. He formed a municipal agent for the elderly organization right off the bat, which I thought was great. He has a big emphasis on helping the elderly in the community. He's been, his staff has been working with us, Alexis Rotella, who's a municipal agent, and together we're trying to work together to take this to the next level and make sure that not only people in nursing homes, but people in assisted living facilities, people in the apartment complexes in Waterbury are being reached and having meaningful interaction with the community.
Were you under Kevin Limbo, or were you with the fantastic Victoria Veltri? at the Office of the Healthcare Advocate?
Oh, I was actually, it was many, many years ago, and it was Francis and Pellizzera.
Of course. Maureen Smith is a very good friend of mine, extremely good.
Yeah.
And Victoria is actually giving a speech tomorrow at the Harold Lever Center on what the ombudsman does and what a navigator's role is.
Right.
Okay, so I think we need to give a little plug to Blair, correct?
Well, right. One of the things that, as we were saying, the Home to Home Foundation is truly trying to really broaden what we're doing. And what they did was they brought on this amazing new executive director, Blair Foley. And she has such an amazing energy and is really taking the foundation to where it really needs to go and really getting the word out there. Point being, here we are today talking about the Home to Home Foundation, a foundation that's been around for 11 years and that isn't on everybody's tongue, and Blair's going to get it there.
Yeah.
Blair's going to get it on everybody's tongue, and
Absolutely.
And people are going to know what the Home to Home Foundation is, and that's so important because there's so many people out there that are watching General Hospital, so many elderly people.
Not that that's bad, but you should get involved more with the community. It's more about
I don't
the
know.
community
I think
than
it's
Luke
bad,
and Laura.
but that's okay. But there's so many people out there that need purpose in their life, and
right.
and that's a huge problem that we're dealing with in nursing homes. That so many people have lost that purpose, and Blair and the Home to Home Foundation can really help the elderly, whether you're somebody who can volunteer or whether you're somebody in a nursing home, really bring back that purpose in their life. And that's just a huge thing.
And we need that. That's why we're on the airwaves. Please, if you're listening, find it in your heart. We don't want any tin mans, okay? We want someone with a heart to consider volunteering a small portion. If you're a retired nurse, that's great. If you have some background with people, what's a good potential client that they would need? I know with the youth services, Tavis said that the churches. So obviously the youth people are going to be more fun, maybe play some music and interact. But it's the companionship.
It's the companionship.
Right?
We're looking for musicians who want to come in and perform for the elderly.
My buddy Bob would be perfect.
Yeah, you can come and play your guitar.
No, I stink. You don't want that.
We're looking for theatrical performers. We're looking for people in churches who want to, be companions to these people. We're looking for youth groups who want to come in, schools who want to come in. We have, on the holidays, on Halloween, we bring the kids in dressed up in their costumes, and they interact with the residents.
And where are these facilities in Waterbury?
The facilities
are you allowed to say any names?
Well, yeah, I think we can. There's 18 homes in this that we're involved in the greater Waterbury area.
Well, producer Nick and I are firm. Are they sponsors of yours?
Some of them have been involved sponsoring our events and things like that.
Okay, then they can get a plug. No money, no plug.
Village Green is one of our biggest nursing homes, which is Dr. Dr. Silverman's nursing home. But also, for those people that are retired out there and would like to volunteer, please give me a call at 203-591-9061 just to go into the nursing home and talk to different individuals.
Right. A good buddy of mine, John, volunteers at the Lever Center, and he's always saying, I feel so good after I volunteer. I guess he drives cancer patients back and forth to the chemo. So if you want to feel good about yourself, please call the radio show, ask questions. If you know a loved one who has not been visited in quite some time, you could give us their first name, and off the air you could give us more details, but we could send home to see them. Phone number here, obviously, as you know, is 203-757-1320. All right. One thing I would like to do is go over some of these isolated, like dementia, not getting regular visits. Depression is a killer, isn't it, Tavis? I mean, you and I spoke about that during lunch. The meds that these people are on, it's really just to sort of medicate themselves to just pass the time.
Yeah.
And it's an epidemic,
this
damn prescription stuff.
Yeah, it's, a lot of these people feel hopeless. They don't have any meaningful interaction with the community. They're on the medication. A lot of them won't come out of the room, which is a huge problem.
It's exactly what it said on your website. I'm reading it. I'm like, that's sad.
It is sad. And so, I mean, it doesn't take a genius or a study to show this, although we want to do a study. The more interaction they get, the more excited they get, the more happy they get, the more they feel useful, the more they want to get up out of their bed, the more they want to come out and live again and use their brain. I mean, one of the things we want to do, too, like I said, with the oral history program, we had the school come in, and the seniors got to use their brains in an active way again and teach the youth about firsthand perspective on World War I and World War II. We want to do more programs like that to utilize that kind of talent that's inside of the homes. But the population we really want to help, like you mentioned, those that are isolated, depressed, are not leaving their room. These people oftentimes are not having any visitors.
You know what, I hate to say it,
or what it
but
is.
In my seminars when I'm giving them, I say they're waiting to die. And it's so sad that someone just feels like there is no reason to be alive and enjoy this beautiful world. You could make a difference out there. If you're listening, you and your sister, you and your husband, they don't have to donate 5 days a week, right?
No.
One day would be plenty.
Yeah.
One day.
If we could get 50 people at 1 day a week, we got the whole thing covered.
Exactly.
It's only...
And
you know what, you two out there, your family members, shame on you if you're not visiting your loved ones enough. And please touch on that, either Blair, Tavis, or Charlotte, because I'm sure you see it. These people are left for weeks on end.
They are.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Again, there's a variety of reasons. Some people are just too busy in their normal lives.
Too busy, huh?
They need to try to put aside time and get into the homes. But we want to try to supplement what they're not able to do. So that's kind of the idea behind this. The other thing that we're facing in America and in the greater Waterbury area, we have 87 million baby boomers, and this is the biggest population in American history. These people, one day or another, if they aren't independently wealthy, are going to end up in nursing homes. And we've got to get these nursing homes set up with nonstop activities going on so that when this big influx of population gets in the homes, they feel comfortable. I mean, it's a big upheaval in their lives. They're pulled out of their homes into a new environment, disconnected from their community. We got to make sure we have nonstop programs in these homes so these people feel meaningful. We want to get to the point where we have so many activities going on that the residents are like, no more, stop, get out. We're overstimulated. Leave us alone.
We got a caller. Go ahead, Charlotte. They can wait a second. Go ahead.
What I was going to say was that we're talking about baby boomers and that population, and really that population is going to change the way we think of nursing homes. Nursing homes in the last 30 years have changed so drastically to begin with.
They're country clubs now.
Well, they're just very much different. It's very much different. The population that's in there is a population of actually much sicker people, because we do keep people out of nursing homes for a much longer period of time. And I'm guaranteeing you that the baby boomers are going to be doing that as well. The only time they're going to be in nursing homes is when they absolutely need it. And we're going to see a lot of different things. We're not going to be singing "You Are My Sunshine" necessarily. We're going to be, we're going to be doing the Doors and other things that,
Light My Fire?
Light My Fire.
All right, hold on. Hold that for a second, Jim Morrison. Michael Regan, Medicare and You, how can we help you?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you for listening.
Thanks. I just want to know, does the state give any support to Home Foundation?
Who's got this one?
Or nonprofits like that?
We through the years we've gotten some funding. We've gotten some funding through different organizations that get funding from the state. But no, we definitely, that's part of what we'd like to do is we keep lifting the profile. We'd like to be able to have access to state funding to fund the kind of things we're doing. There really is not that we've been looking around for a long time, but there's really no organization out there doing what we're doing. Nobody, the seniors unfortunately often are the forgotten people. Everybody kind of puts them aside. But these are some of these are the people that made America great and made this country as great as it is. And we got to remember these people and get back to them. And I would love to get the state involved. As I said, the city of Waterbury is very aware of this problem. The mayor has been great about making this a priority, and we're very thankful for him doing that. So.
Okay, so you rely basically on fundraisers, donations, that type of thing.
Correct.
Right?
We have a golf tournament. We have a bowl-a-thon. We have other special events that raise money. But obviously, the more money that we raise, it all goes back to the charity. We can hire more staff. We can expand our programs. There's just a variety of things we can do. So.
Okay, and do you know when the next fundraising event is for Home to Home?
Oh, well, you should ask.
Thank you.
Who else is out there listening? This caller rocks.
Our next big event is our golf tournament, which is held on Monday, July 15th.
Okay.
At Hawks Landing Country Club.
Where the heck is that?
In Southington.
It's in
I asked the same question in rehearsal.
It's in Southington. It's in Southington, Connecticut. You can visit if you visit us on our Facebook page, or you could go on www.hometohomefoundation.org or Twitter.
That's home, T-O, home, not two or anything like that, or T-W-O.
Right.
And all the information's on there. You could also sponsorships, download the brochure and send it in, as well as you could contact me. And I'm Blair, the executive director.
And we got a full brunch. We got an amazing dinner with lobster, steak, and a bunch of different things there. It's a great event. We have hole-in-one contests. We usually fill it up, but we're always looking for corporate sponsors. We're looking for golfers. Etc. So we would love to see you there, and if you could contact us, that'd be great. Thanks for your call and thoughts.
Thank you.
I appreciate you listening.
Also, if you're not a golfer or somebody interested in golfing, and you just want to enjoy a wonderful dinner, the Ponte Club, that's still
what I'm talking
about. The Ponte Club is also
July 1st.
On July 1st, giving some of the proceeds to the Home to Home Foundation. So that's another way to help out the Home to Home Foundation.
Okay, great.
And that's actually an event for me. I'm not a golfer. I've got twins that need a dad. So the Ponte Lindolfo, it's the Ponte Club, the Villa Rosa. That's going to be July 1st?
That's July 1st. And also for all you listeners out there, we will have a donation button on our website coming up in the next couple of weeks. So you'll be able to do donations and things like that from the web.
And, the thing about the volunteers, too, if you like Michael was saying, you have a day a month you can do. You have a day every 6 months. Whatever you can do, you can devise your own activities and come in, or we have a whole slew of activities we could plug the volunteers into. We want youth volunteers, adult volunteers, etc.
All right. Thank you.
We really appreciate you listening and calling in. That was very
Bye-bye.
courageous. Okay. So we're going to take a commercial break. Please heed that lovely woman's words. Feel it in your heart. Call in. Ask what you can do to help. The reason we are doing this is because that entire population is being ignored, and it's really not fair. The reason I went to college, the reason I have a business, the reason I have a beautiful wife and twins is due to my parents and for them working hard for me to have things. Please don't forget the seniors. We'll be back in a few minutes. Michael Regan.